Everyone. Thank you for joining us for AU's Eagle Family webinar series. We're so excited that you're here with us this evening, whether you're on the East Coast or the Pacific Northwest or the South or New England. We're glad you're here with us. My name is Samantha Caruth. I'm the Associate Director for Family Engagement here at AU. I am here for parents and families. So we're so glad to present another webinar on this great topic, AU Kitchen, where flavor meets community. We're recording the session, so you can come back to see it in the future. Other families can also access it. And of course, we'll have time to answer questions towards the end of the session. As we dive in, I'm going to introduce my amazing colleague and kick it off to her for our presentation. Anne-Marie.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. I'm Anne-Marie Powell. I am the Senior Director for Dining and Auxiliary Services, and we're located in the Department of Auxiliary Services. I'm happy to speak with you tonight and be able to talk about our dining program. And I ask you to, if you have questions, to please put them in the chat and we'll make sure we get to your questions by the end. Thank you. So let's get started. So AU Kitchen, where flavor meets community. We look at that as we're connecting people through delicious food. You know, AU Flavor is, when we talk about the flavor meeting community, we're really talking about how we go about nourishing students for success. You know, universities, they're here for success, to be successful, and preparing them for that next phase of life. We want the students to feel that this is their culinary home away from home. So I want to give you just an overview of AU Kitchen. Our mission is to provide a delightful culinary experience. Our vision to foster a sense of community. We know that eating for all of us is an important factor. It is where sometimes you meet some of your best friends. Some of us have met our significant others while we're in school or eating, but it's also where we meet some of our lifelong friends. Food connects us all by creating a community and shared experiences through dining and campus partnerships. And that's what we want our students to feel. That's what we want you to feel that we're offering to your students. And when you're ever on campus, we want you to be that connection also. Let's talk about some of our meal plan options. And I'm going to be really gearing this towards looking at first and second year students. What do we offer? And if you're not a first year and second year students, I will be able to talk about that a little bit more with you. But when we think about first year and second year students, and we're now in spring of 2025, so I'm going to talk a little bit about our plan. All first and second year students living on campus are required to have a meal plan. So if they're living in a resident hall, they must be on a meal plan. We have 4 different types of meal plans. I'm going to first start with first year. If you are a first year student and you're already here enjoying the campus, you will automatically defaulted to the all-exclusive premium. What does that mean? That means that you are able to enter our traditional dining hall, which is called terrace dining, unlimited access all week long, all day long, all through our hours of operation, which we start at 7 in the morning and we end at 10 o'clock at night. So you've got all that access. You also get what we call 3 retail meal exchanges at our retail locations. And we'll talk a little bit more. $50 in mobile ordering credit, 10 guest meals, and you get invited to exclusive events. So that's the first option you're defaulted in. We realize that not everyone wants to go to the retail. Not everyone's interested in mobile ordering credit third or have that many guests coming to visit them. So as a first year student, you can move to our all-exclusive plus. That plan will give you still unlimited access to our traditional all-you-can-eat dining hall, but you get 7 meal exchanges per week. What is a meal exchange? It's a entree, a side, and a drink, and a snack, okay? So it could be chips, a cookie, a muffin, but that's what an exchange would be in our different retail. And we're going to talk more about those as we talk about the dining location. But it gives you an idea, and I'm not going to try to read them all to you. If you're a second year student coming in, living in the resident hall, you will automatically defaulted to our all-exclusive standard. That gives you the ability to have unlimited access to our TDR 5 days per week. So you pick and choose what are the 5 days you want to go there. You get 5 meal exchanges per week in our retail, and you get $30 in mobile order credit, 6 guest meals. You do have the option. So I want everybody to know if you're in second year, you can move up. If you want to go to the all exclusive plus, all exclusive premium, you have that option of moving up as a sophomore. If you're a sophomore still living on campus, but I'm working more, I'm in an internship program, we give you the option to move down to the all exclusive basic. That's a little less things. So it's not as many, you're not on campus as much. You're maybe not going to be eating on campus that much. So you have unlimited access to TDR 4 days a week, no meal exchanges, no dining dollars, excuse me, no mobile ordering credits, no guest meals. So that's sort of the difference, and it gives you an idea of how we plan. We came up with these meal plans by talking to our students, what things were they looking at. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on. I will be taking more questions as you have it, but we do have our staff is there to help at all times to answer any questions that you may have relating to the meal plan, whether it's our dining staff or in our one card office, which is located in the Mary Green Center. Go to the next one. So let's talk about it. You heard me talk about Terrace Dining Hall. You probably heard me say TDR because that's what the students call it, and that's what I'm used to calling it now. But this is our traditional all-you-can-eat dining hall. We're really excited about this dining hall because it's brand new. We just totally remodeled it this summer. Just opened up in the fall. We've opened it where, based on students, more in a sort of a, if you want to think of it as a concept where there are different items, like different food court type items that they can eat. We've also taken it to where students are. It's on a mobile, so they can walk in. I can walk in and say, oh, it's breakfast. I want an omelet, but I want my omelet to have bacon. I want it to have eggs. I want this in it. I don't want this in it. And you can walk in, go to a kiosk. So as soon as you come in with your mobile ordering, we know our students never leave anywhere without their phones. So they can automatically place their order, go grab their seat, go get their coffee, their juice, their cereal, and then they will get a text message letting them know that their omelet is ready. We do that for all of our different stations. So omelets are offered all day long. We found that students love omelets. That's one of the things they've said to us. I want to be able to get an omelet any time of the day. We do offer their a salad bar. We have a brick oven pizza. We also have a rooted station, which is for our vegan vegetarians. We do a united table, and that united table changes every day. It offers different foods from different areas of the world, different areas of the U.S., it's a universal area. And we also have a grill. So if I'm coming for lunch, we talked about breakfast. I'm coming for lunch and I want a burger. I don't want to get a cheeseburger, but I want a Beyond Burger. I want that. I can pre-order it, tell them what I want on it. They'll text me when it's ready. So we've got all these options. We also do, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. We also have our avoiding gluten. So if I'm gluten-free, I'm an avoiding gluten. We can't call it totally gluten-free because we know gluten's in the air, but we have a design station that is enclosed. We have an enclosed area where students who want to be gluten-free, they can go make their own bagels. They have their own pancakes they can make, waffles they can make, and a station that gives them meals there. We do have what we call our Delicious Without, which are the 9 major nutrients that students are looking, whether I'm gluten-free, I'm lactose-free, whatever. That's a enclosed station with a special menu. And then we also have our kosher nook. So if you're kosher and you're looking for something, so I think we've tried to look at everything. And yes, we have ice cream. Everybody asks, do you have ice cream? We have soft serve, and we also have regular bars that you can get of ice cream. Drinks, you have your coffee, your juices. So a little bit of everything is there for whatever you're looking. You can go in all day long that we're open. We do have a 20-minute pass back. So if I go in, I have to wait 20 minutes before I can, if I leave, I have to wait 20 minutes before I can come back in. But I can go there. We want you to come in, as you can see from the pictures. It's a place to have that sense of community, meet with my friends. It's also a place we have quiet areas where if I just want to study, I'm in between class, I just want to study. So if I just feel I want to grab an apple, a piece of fruit, and sit there and study, I can do that. I can leave, I can come back in 20 minutes. We really have tried to make this station for students and make it be something that they have requested and looked at. We have televisions there that we're able to talk about events and do big things. So TDR, our traditional dining room, is really the meeting place.
Thank you, Anne Marie. I saw someone raise their hand. If you can put your question into the chat, then we can get that. We can hold all the questions, and then when we get to that moment in the slide deck, we can get all your questions. So thank you so much for your interest. I should have specified questions, put them into the chat so that we can gather all of them and then get to all of them in a systematic way. Thank you. Next slide, Anne Marie.
Yes.
Ready? Okay.
So we talked about retail meal exchanges being as part of your meal plans. This sort of gives you an idea of where those retail meal credits can be used. We have four major locations that we have for retail. We have the Mary Graydon Center, which is our regular student center. We have the Lydecker Tunnel, which is right under the Main Graydon Center. It's their main entry when you come in. We have our East Campus locations, and we have something in Kerwin Hall. We've tried to make that a mixture of what students are looking for. For example, in Mary Graydon, we do have the eatery, which is what we call our TDR location. We have a Panera. It is a regular Panera. You can order, half soup, half sandwiches, full sandwiches. You can do all of those pieces with the Panera. And you can also do it ahead of time. You can mobile order it and have it ready for you and pick it up between class. So while I'm in class, I can sit and order my item and pick it up. We have True Burger. Our True Burger offers burgers, French fries. We offer chicken nuggets, a variety of different things. We take pride in our True Burger because True Burger, AU also has a convention center farm called Airlie, which is located in Airlie, Virginia. And 50% of the beef that is used for our burgers is part of True Burger. I will also note that we use a lot of that, and we'll talk more when we get to the sustainability. We use a lot of our vegetables and stuff that we actually grow from on the farm. We have Halal Shack, which is a halal products, a halal protein that we do. We have Baba's Pizza in the eatery. All of that is located in the Mary Graydon Center. Down in Lydecker Tunnel, we have a Starbucks, a Subway, Qdoba, and we have our one convenience store, which is called Eagles Express. But students can go in there if they want to quickly run in and grab a sandwich or salad, and they can use a retail meal exchange there. They can get an entree, a side, a snack, and a drink from that location. On our East Campus, we have another convenience store, which is our East Campus Market. We have Freshens, where if they want to go get a flatbread sandwich, a salad, smoothies, so a variety of different items they can get there. And then finally in Kerwin Hall, we offer sushi, bubble tea, all the different things that students like in terms of that sushi world. And if you're a big bubble tea person, it's a great place to go for those different items too. Okay. We pride ourselves that we do have on campus a campus dietitian. We have a full-time registered dietitian. The role of the dietitian, they're available for individual counseling. If you want to know, I'm on a restricted diet. I have certain food preferences I want. I have specific health conditions. I want to personalize my nutrition guidance. I want to know what's best for me. I want just general nutrition questions and feedback. Our dietitian is available to meet anytime during a regular work day. You can schedule meetings with them. She also does on-campus food sampling, cooking demonstrations. She partners with our academic support and access center to facilitate dietary accommodations. What does that mean? If you are a parent or a student who has a medical reason that you feel that maybe I'm not sure if everything will meet my needs, we ask you first to put an application in with a ASAP. They will then review it. They will work with the dietitian, and we will come up with, can we meet your needs in the dining program? I will tell you, I've been here 7 years, going on 8 years. I probably have only met two students that we have not been able to meet their total medical needs in that time. So we make every attempt. Between our dietitian works with our executive chefs that we have. We have 3 executive chefs on campus. We have an overall campus executive chef. We have an executive chef just for our traditional dining hall, and we have a catering executive chef. So we've really brought those expertise, culinary expertise here to be able to answer and provide that information and work with the dietitian to meet your dietary needs. She is also here just to help you understand all the pieces. There's so many things that we hear on television and we think about, what am I eating, how I'm eating. She can walk any student through those different pieces. Next slide, please.
Yes, advance.
Okay, thank you. Yes. We also are aware that we do have students coming with different religious accommodations. We pride ourselves on looking at, based on our community, the options that we do offer are for halal and kosher meals. We do a lot of engagements with student organizations. So it's not like we're just saying, oh, this is what we know the students want to have. We start off our year and we do what we call our dine with the directors. And we bring in the representatives from the student organizations and really meet and talk to them. What are you looking for? What are we offering? Which is how we came up with our kosher nook that we have. We also, how we have our halal station. Halal, we talked about halal being at Mary Grayton Center. It offers all halal dishes in terms of bowls. Our pizza, Baba Pizza, is giving halal protein. We work with all of our accommodations to be flexible and menu offers during a religious observance. So with Ramadan coming up, with Passover, we really make sure that we're working with our student organizations to meet their needs as it relates to those items. We have a full-time maskia on site. So we really take pride in that we're able to offer all of those items that students need to make sure we're accommodating them for their religious beliefs. Advance, please. One of the things we know, and especially in this time of season, I think students are getting sick, getting colds. We do offer get well soon meals. So if a student is not feeling well in the resident hall, we have the ability to offer them a get well soon. What we request that the student reach out to their RAs. The RA has a form that they will give them with a QR code that lets them see what's available. We try to do soups, we try to do next, and we will deliver it to the resident hall, to the front desk of the resident hall for it to be picked up from the front desk by, a friend, the RA. That's why we ask them to work with the RA, because we can make arrangements, the student can make arrangements with the RA. So this is where we're really working in collaborations with our partners in residential life to ensure that no student is without food, unable to eat when they're not feeling well and cannot get to the resident hall. Advance, please. One of the things about dining, you heard me talk about the community. It's a lot about community engagement. And for us, that community engagement involves working with the clientele that we're serving, and that is our students. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is our dining advisory board that we call the DAB. It consists of student representatives. So what we do at the beginning of the year, students are able to, you can sign up to be part of the dining advice. It's an opportunity it's a learning, it's a teaching opportunity for students. They get to see how we run the dining program, what we do. They also are a voice for us. They're talking to their fellow students. They're giving us feedback. You you serve this. It's not, we don't really like it. We do work on a 4-week menu cycle. Our 4-week menu cycle for our traditional dining hall TDR. Every 4 weeks, it's a different, but breakfast, lunch, and dinner is on a 4-week menu cycle. There are some things that are there all the time that we offer all the time, but we want to make sure we're getting the input from our students so that they're able to tell us, give us feedback, talk about it. They, they're able to go. We invite them to events that we're having, things that are happening, so we get their feedback. We also offer another community program called Eagles Helping Eagles, where students are able, at the end of the semester, they're able to donate up to $75 of their dining dollars that they may have to help other students who may be experiencing food insecurity. Okay, so that's a way for us to be able to help back, for the students to be able to help other students. And, we as a university also give to that program. Our dining program gives to that. We give things that we have. We also support that program. There are local partnerships and collaborations that we have. Our vending partners that we have also give to our food insecurity program. We also have our vending companies who help us sponsor certain things that we're doing, whether it is you see the event on a quad here, the picture of our students on the quad. If we have events and we have to put out, students want to have things and they want to have special drinks or snacks, we're able to do that and provide that to them. We also work on bringing a celebrity chef. We bring one every semester. We have a picture here of Chef Jet Till, who was with us and did our grand opening with us. He was able to be here talking to students, engaging with students, doing teaching kitchens with the students, signing autograph books, but really giving the students the opportunity to ask those questions, be able to talk with a celebrity chef. Even one of the interesting questions that came from this talk was a student was saying, well, I'm not really living on campus, but I want to know, how do I stretch my budget if I want to make this item? The celebrity chef was able to provide that level of community engagement to that student and answer those questions and talk about that. And our TDR, we do try to have little fun events. We know that students come there to feed, but sometimes we do put some music on and let people dance a little, enjoy themselves, and have a good time. We do events and collaborations with our student groups. So we'll have a student group that says, we want to do this down there. Can we do this? Can you offer these type of things? Can you do this instead of what you offer on the menu regular? And we probably do about at least 4 of them per month, if not more. We offer the picture you see here, and we invite parents and students during our family weekend. We had a teaching kitchen for both parents and the students. It was an opportunity for you to learn about doing some things with our executive chefs. This example, they made vegetables that you could put in jars and take home, or they had extra ones to take home with the family and share to be using for cooking. But it was a way to communicate together. Food is a really important part of being engaged in our community. Everything we do and everything we think about is somewhere we're eating, we're talking, we're snacking, but it's involved food. And we know that that's a big community piece of what we do. Sustainability. AU, we pride ourselves on we are carbon neutral. We pride ourselves in being that we look to practice waste reduction. How can we eliminate adding to the planet? We talked a little bit about Airly, and give you one of the pictures shows you, those are things we grow. Strawberries in the summer, we do lettuce, broccoli, and a lot of those products we bring back and we utilize. Within TDR itself, we have a station that we grow our own herbs. So the chefs will go and take those herbs and use those herbs into the cooking that we do. We really look at eco-friendly packaging for our to-go items. So we have containers, and we do this so even with that, the student can order ahead. If they want something for TDR, we have a to-go menu. A student can order ahead. It's ready for them. We have convenient lockers that they will get a text back with your food is ready. Your food is in the locker. You can pick it up in the locker. It keeps it to the proper temperatures that you need. But we really are looking at how can we make sure that the ingredients we're using are sustainable. The products that we use to put the food in is eco-friendly, and that how are we reducing waste? We do composting both in front of the house and in the back of the house. All that composting is collected and gone to a waste, so that we are really concerned about what our input is to the environment. We work with student groups. We have a student group that we work with, and they work in donating food that we have left over. That every kitchen has something left over. I'm sure when you cook at home, you may have leftovers, but we don't want those to go to waste. We want to be good to our community and help give back to that community. And it's something our students really believe that. We have a group of students at a national organization called the Food Network Recovery that we work with. From our food insecurity, we donate. From Panera, with our Panera, we donate at the end of the day any of our breads that are left over, our muffins are left over for our students who have food insecurity. So we're really committed to that sustainability effort. To the next one. So, as we look at this, some of the takeaways I would like for you to look at, that you understand what our meal plan options are. And if, that we do offer 4 different meal plan options. 2 are mainly geared to our first year students living on campus. And then you want to think of it, you really have 4 that are geared to our sophomores, our second year students who are living on campus. Those options are for our first year students are going to be our all exclusive premium and our all exclusive plus. Whereas with our sophomores, we start with our all exclusive standard and our all exclusive basic. And then they can go to the same ones we offer. But we have those 4 there. We really want to make sure that our students are eating well, whether in and out of TDR, the traditional. We invite students to make sure they talk to us. We offer a lot of different options, and we'll be talking more about that, how they can get messages to us right away. Where can the meal plan be used? Besides TDR, we know that sometimes I just don't want to go and sit there and have all that. I am, as a community, as a nation, as whatever country you're in, we see fast food. We see the Paneras, the name brands that we're used to having. Those are what students look for. They're looking for those name brands. We offer the same things that any Starbucks would offer, any Qdoba would offer. So we really try to do those varieties of what our students are saying they're looking for. And the question always comes up, well, why are you so committed to this healthy eating and sustainability? Why do you have a registered dietitian? We believe if our students are eating healthy, that's going to help them in their studying, they're nourishing their minds and how they think and growing them. And also, we're working on, hopefully, we're helping prepare them for that next phase. When we think about the sustainability, when we even think about healthy eating and how you're doing it, costing and pricing, that's why we have our dining advisory board. We want them to understand how this business works. It is a business. And then how do I work on saving money? How do I utilize my meal plan that I'm going to get the best of it? Because it is an investment that you have made as a parent. All right, now for questions.
So, looking at the great questions, let's see. One person asked, what are the dairy options? Yogurt, milk, cheese? Are there things like sourdough bread, fruit and
We
berry,
have sourdough
avocado?
bread, we have oatmeal, we have all like oat milk. We do we do different yogurts, we do all of these different things. Actually, this week, and it's tomorrow, we have the yogurt company coming where they're going to offer the oat milk, all the different varieties. So we do a variety of different types of milks within our dining hall, within TDR, and we have them all different types available within our stores that we offer.
You mentioned a lot of the great information about whether someone has religious observances, accommodations. I'm one of those allergic people. So, all of those accommodations that need to be made. Someone also asked about protein options. Are there fish options, not just beef or chicken, things of that
Oh,
nature,
we
tofu,
do
etc.?
We do salmon, we do fish, we have fish days, we do a variety. Our United Table rotates a lot. We also have our Bowl Life that does a lot of different things. So we do a variety of different products.
Someone asked that, someone said TDR is open all day long. That's great. But are there specific times for the meals? For example, is breakfast all day or is it specific times? Day
So there are
breakfast, lunch,
times. So
dinner?
yeah, so breakfast usually goes from 7 in the morning to 10:30. And then we start switching over for getting ready for lunch. They'll have you can still come in if you want to get cereal, you want to get make your own waffle because you make your own waffles, you want a bagel, you can have any of those. But like the hot, we start switching over for lunch. Lunch will go until about 2:30, and then we go into about what we call our late lunch. So we may take away some of the hot stations, but you can still come in and get a burger, you can get pizza, you can get a deli sandwich, you can do a salad bar. But we then start to refresh is probably the word I'd like to use, that we start to really refresh and get ready for dinner. And then we do our whole dinner. On Sundays, I will note that on Sundays, our hours do change because we do brunch, because we found that on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, students like to sleep a little bit later. I don't know what they do at night, but they sleep a little bit later and come to us a little bit later. So we offer Sunday brunch.
This question is a little bit, I think, about deadlines and time sensitivity. Is there a deadline by which date to upgrade or downgrade meal plans for
Yes,
freshmen and sophomores and even
yes.
for juniors and seniors as well if they want to make a change to their meal
Yes, so
plans?
we do have a calendar, and I'm going to switch this way because I have a board over here for me to look at it to keep me honest. So our meal plan officially started on Sunday, and up until January 20th, students can make any changes. They can move any way they want, up or down, at 100%, no cancellation fee, 100% refund. They can do all those things and make all those changes. After January 20th, up until January 27th, if any changes you make, there's a 75% refund or things back to you. Then after that, January 27th is 75. February 3rd would be 50%. And then after February 10th, it's 20. There are no, after the 10th, you get 25, and then there's no more after that. So we do have a schedule. I invite people, well, the next slide will sort of talk a little bit more about that. We do have our Dine on Campus website. On the Dine on Campus website, students, you can see, they can go there to see what the hours of operations are for all of our locations, our retail locations, what our hours of operations are. They can also see what's being served in TDR, what the menu is ahead of time. It's all the information. I will note too, it's also a great site. Like any place where we talk about sustainability, we're committed to making sure that we're maintaining and keeping a healthy environment. We have our inspections that happen by DC, but we also hire our own independent company that we never know when they're going to show up. They do health inspections for us. Our locations are inspected. Any inspection that we have is posted on that website. Anything that all of our scores are posted, what happened, we want to be as transparent as possible. And when we're talking about what our program is, because we do believe it's all part of our community.
Anne Marie, there's some constructive suggestions here as well too. So I'm going to give that to you for you to make a note because I
Sure.
think families are hearing from their students, even though it's just the first week of class or students from the fall dining experience, some feedback. So these are maybe some notes, and these may already be on your list. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but one bit of feedback is my student wishes the food has a little bit more flavor, seasoning, not just salt and pepper, but spices, herbs, more flavor. Obviously, every student is different and it's tough to cook for all students, but just making that representation. And then
You
thanks.
know, I'm smiling because I grew up, I came from Louisiana and went to school in New England. And I was used to spicy, so I do understand that. And it's something that we work on in trying to create that balance of where we are. But that's good feedback, and it's something that we are really looking at, and we're taking that into consideration. And it may, I will share with from looking at our fall numbers, we found that Qdoba was really one of the popular retail locations. We think maybe because it's the sauce and all those things, and it gives that level of spice, but definitely we'll take that back for our other locations.
And another bit of suggestion is here about asking for offering less processed foods, so more whole foods, ample amounts of avocado, whole boiled eggs in the shell, just really whole foods, straight, direct, unadulterated, like less fat, less sugar, less processed. I know that
Okay.
there are options there, but just is there a focus for that, or is that also on the priority list?
Yes, it is. We are looking, as I noted for our TDR, it was new for us. I think in terms of all the new equipment. So this semester we're adding for breakfast rather than having to wait and, have a waffle, not like for pancakes. We're doing pancakes made to order. So it's a little bit different. Then we're looking at more made to order type things. And yes, we are looking at adding more variety to our salad bar for fresh fruits and what we do. And so I'll take that into in terms of what we need to look at. Yes.
Wonderful. And then adding the kudos comments as well. Thank you so much for helping our kids eat well, one parent says. And another parent says the Get Well initiative shows so much caring and concern. Well done.
Well, great. Well, thank you. The one thing I would like to also make as we move to the next one, if is that all the questions?
It
Let's move
is.
to the last slide because I do want to just talk about that a little bit. So I would like to thank you as parents of having us have your students, but I just want to make sure that you know how to reach us. If there are any questions that you have that need to get to me directly or just meal plans, the team, you can email mealplans@american.edu. They're there to answer any questions that you may have. If you need to talk to the campus dietitian or you have a question or something, the campus dietitian works very closely with our chefs and stuff. You can email directly dietitian@american.edu. For information, as we talked about earlier, dineoncampus.com/AU. That will let you be able to see our meal plans, what hours our operation, what is being served, anything that we are doing related, even about our dining advisory board. And we've let the students know this. We've put this out there for this semester. We're really rolling this out. We're offering this text to chat for feedback. So if I'm happen to be in TDR at a location, you can do text to chat. That will automatically go to all of our management team where somebody real quickly, I don't see something I'm looking for, or you're out of this and I'm looking for this product, or, text that information over and we will then be looking for it. And we get all of that feedback. And again, I want to make sure I put ASAC there so that you're ready to know how to reach and get in touch with them. I invite all parents. I think it's really important if you're on campus, please please come to TDR to eat. Come do things. I want you to experience what we're offering to your students. I think that's an important factor for you. It's important for you to feel free to reach out to any of us about anything that we're doing and feedback. And we do want to also have the students. Sometimes, the student will call you and tell you, but stop us. If it really needs to get to me, and I'm actually still here in the office now, as you can see. We're always willing to be here to talk, to meet with students. So just, and even a management team that we have, we're not here just 9 to 5. I just want to make sure that everybody understands that. So we're available to talk to the students and hear what they want us to know.
Thank you so much, Anne Marie. I don't see any additional questions coming in, but I think this has been great information. Thank you. As a staff member, I have enjoyed TDR myself from time to time, and I want to encourage families to put it on your list. Hopefully, you'll be planning to come to Family Weekend in the fall, in early October this year, and that will be a time where we offer specials for TDR, meals for lunch and dinner. So family members are more than welcome and invited to come and dine with their student and also experience what your student is experiencing on a regular basis. So Thank you for putting up these resources so that families can reach out. And I always say to parents, tap your student on the shoulder and say, how is it going? And then get feedback from them. And if there's any information that will be helpful to us, please access these emails and these resources to share that back with us. And also ask your students, suggest your student speak up too, because sometimes in the moment it's really easy to say, hey,
Mhm.
can you help me with this? And then the student gets what they need right away. And then of course we're supporting them and advocating for themselves, and we're kind of stepping back so they can take the lead. So thank you so much, Anne Marie. Thank you everyone who stayed on with
Okay.
us this evening.
Thank you all.
Want to tell everyone, if you're on the East Coast, stay warm. If you're on the West Coast, stay safe everywhere. Everyone be well. Thank you so much. And I hope you'll join us for another webinar in the future. Good night, everybody.
Okay. Good
Thank
night.
you. Thank you so much.